old classic. How about we get on board Matilda Airlines for once?
Yeah, this is your favorite.
Yeah, your favorite, Leo.
This is your favorite, Leo.
I'm expecting a lot of great sounds coming in from Renmar Santa Cruz tonight.
And he means himself. That's Leo. This
All right.
Matilda pickup is great because it still adds the spirit of what we mentioned of just end this quick. Set the tempo. Rotate quickly. Pressure Kelra. Delay that Claude. Make Omega really crawl back from a deficit, which, against a lineup that Blacklist fielded with an Arlott and a Brody together, even a Valentino, let's count the Valentina in there, it's going to be dire straits and a tough time for Omega if Blacklist get an early to mid lead. They could get swept here, and the pick
That
will
is
be a Baksha.
This, hey, going back to it, looks very, right? Looks very, in a way, like you said, the Blacklist cosplay with a couple changes here. I'm actually interested how the Terizla will fare against the Arlott.
Yeah. Wave clear, they get to match up. I actually have fun facing Terizla and lane when I play Arlott. Although I haven't seen enough matches out of it, all we know is the most important detail is wave clear, rotate, that's it. You can match it and even sometimes even go faster than an Arlott.
But like, think about just those two heroes alone. Like, Arlott is so nimble, and Terizla just feels like how he looks, basically. Like, he's just a huge guy with a mace, I think, or something.
A huge hammer.
Huge hammer.
And that's what makes Omega's approach to the current situation interesting.
Yeah.
Is they're leaning into it.
Yeah.
You maybe, just in our opinion, you want a hero that might be able to try and play around the fact. Yeah. But no, they pick it up first in the second phase. So going into game 3, it's all or nothing for Omega from here on until the series end, which is nigh. Blacks International threatening the elimination.
Okay. Well, early game, if Omega can get that lead again, I would love to see them be able to utilize this lineup that looks reminiscent of what Blacklist International had before to take control and not let it slip out of their hands here. I think that's one of the biggest things, especially not overextending, you know, and I feel like at the same time, with all that being said, the Baksha pick, your rotations are great. You're going to be able to get around the map here, but you know, you really got to be careful of positioning. As I was saying, Ryzen could be in trouble here. First blood going to the hands of Agent Zero. Already a minute in, picking up a kill.
This is exactly what Blacklist wants. They want you to respond, and they force a rotation from the mid lane, and they get away with that kill for free.
Yeah, that was a turnaround for Blacklist in the sense that Omega, Ryzen, Renjo, they decided to path downwards towards to Edward was behind his turret because it looked like Blacklist were already pathing towards up. But of course, you're a Matilda and you have your teammates with you. They can get a little bit of extra mobility, and they did. They shifted their gears. They went for a U-turn, and Omega were just caught out in the bottom lane.
And it looks like Omega's trying to recover. They are going to make at least somewhat of a effort to contest. Looking at Ryzen, he has it level 4, got that retry on point as well.
Yeah.
But the positioning is off. Blacks International are just first at the scene. They have a better placement here.
Yeah.
Gonna have to keep an eye. Renzo gonna go in with a penalty zone, finds 2, but doesn't have the damage to back him up. They get the pin down. Ryzen will fall. Heavy spin coming out from Wise. Still quite low here. Renzio, though, not going to be enough. Wise grabs the turtle. Final slash comes through. Renzio will fall. Edwards still on the hunt. It's a triple kill for UA.
That is not what you want if you're Omega. A triple kill for the Valentina. The first turtle to Blacklist International. And we were talking about it earlier. Blacklist drafted the lineup that if Omega aren't careful, can snowball quickly, and I think we're starting to see the beginning of a big snowball. My question is, why, Omega, why try to contest that knowing that the positioning was off?
Yeah.
You were outnumbered.
You entered Blacklist's house in this very moment. The turtle pit was theirs, and they got punished hard for that.
See, that's what I'm talking about. As we just saw from the replay, hold on, top side, they get the flicker out here from Owl. Okay, going back to the point,
you were saying
that replay, we saw how well it worked out, right? Final slash comes through, everybody's low. UA just kind of dips in, slides in, whatever you want to call it, and capitalizes off it. And now, like Renmar said, look at that. You've already got this nice gold lead advantage here against Stome across from you.
That's, as far as I'm concerned, just miles away. 2K in 3 minutes?
Wow.
That hurts. Now Renzio forced the flicker away, and it's not much better for Miko.
Blacklist's rotations are on point. No kills yet for Omega. Seems like everywhere we go in the map, every crucial area, there's a member of Blacklist there. Oh My Venus pushing back. Kelra way behind turret. Positional advantage in the gold lane there for Blacklist International, forcing a rotation from Miko up top. Turtle will be up. It will be a big wonder if actually they will contest this Omega.
Oh, they might be looking for just putting pressure here on Kelra. He's going to go ahead and be forced to use that Blazing Duet. Clearing his lane. Owl taking quite a bit of damage too. Oh, My Venus might give the go signal here. Stone going to hold them off though, so still no commitment just yet. Meanwhile on the bottom side, turret's going to be fought for. Heavy spin comes out. The dashes as well. Renzio will fall. Ryzen now left to 1 versus 2. Gonna get whittled down. Turtle still worked on. Ryzen will secure the turtle himself. Now Miko there to help him out, but Edward goes in, grabbing the kill. Was it worth it?
That was so well timed. The Blacks International understood that there was no cult altar. Ryzen wasn't gonna get away with it.
Yeah. You posed the question there, Nice. Was it worth it? More like 60-40, 65-35 that it wasn't. They got the turtle out of that, but at this point, with your opponent snowballing and you yourself giving another kill, also to Edward, that's tough.
Oh, right now. Oh My Venus gonna get pulled back. Flickers out. She's gonna be just fine. Still, Omega showing some life. Again, this is 5.5 minutes in. They're already working against a 3K gold deficit here. Oh My Venus taking a couple shots. She'll be fine even without that flicker. Owl, though, had to flicker himself. Gonna get locked down here. Stone able to punish. Finds Owl.
Yeah, the right call and the right play this time around by Omega. They get their first kill and onto the opposing gold laner. Not a shutdown by any means, but it's something. It's something to build on. Slight lead for Kelra in terms of the gold.
Uh-oh.
Man, this is crazy. Edward just kind of whittling down Ryzen here. That's how much of a lead he has, 2-0-4 on this R-Lot.
And there's an off-camera circling eagle on Miko. I was about to say, man, I'd hate to be a bad news Bob or to rain on Omega's parade as they try to make for a comeback, but we really haven't seen Matilda Airlines take off just yet. So there is a looming threat of Oh My Venus making a call. They can break the momentum that Omega's slowly building up.
Yeah, and so Matilda Airlines with the Valentina rather as the passenger. The last time we saw it where Stone fell down in that first turtle fight. Ooh.
Okay. Still, I mean, even look at the bottom side. They're still going to be going one-on-one against each other. Top, though, Yue going to force Stone back a little bit half health here. All of this pretty much resulting into positioning for this turtle. Owl going to be in trouble here. Still going to be alive. Had the shields available. Cold Ryzen comes out. Ryzen was there from the backside, so Owl is out. Blacklist International down 1 member. Might just want to give this turtle up. Looks like that's what they want to do, but Blacklist wants to fight for it. Wise going to push them out with a heavy spin. Secures the turtle. Now Renzio will fall in trouble. Edward with the final slash, displacing 2. Focusing on Ryzen. They're punishing him here. Ryzen will fall. Edward again on this R-Lot.
Deja vu. It's another situation of was that worth it, but this time around, it was for Owl. Omega put themselves in this situation and Blacklist capitalized.
Oh, wow, Yue again. The confidence is massive and apparent here. Again, 5-0-3, this time on the Valentina.
He has 2 of his comforts in 1 hero, the Valentina and Eve. And we have to point out something in that last turtle fight. Wise didn't get his retribution off. Ryzen did. But somehow, Wise, I believe it's the passive taking true damage onto objectives from junglers that secured that. Ryzen got his retribution off in time, but a little bit too early, and so the passive by the retri came in for Wise.
Okay, penalty zone was committed. The Queen had to flicker. Edward was there for the backup too, going to force them back. They know those resources are down. And still Blacklist International now a comfortable lead, 8 minutes in, leading into that first Lord here in just under a minute. Omega has the work cut out for him. Again, it's match point here.
We're close to a Lord, about 40 seconds out, and Omega still have a lot of work to do. You mentioned in Nice 2, not a single turret down. So a lot of the rotations are going to come at a price.
Okay, real-world manipulation is the answer there. Stone, though, doesn't have it now. Again, we're half a minute away. A lot of poke back and forth. Still holding on to the Tier 1 turrets, too. That's great for both teams. But ultimately, Blacks International having a nice little lead here.
And now Omega, all they can do is just hold on and watch. Maybe try to defend. They have to be smart with their timing of their abilities and their entries. It's a 5K gold lead. It won't be as easy as, oh, we caught them in the real-world manipulation. Let's just rain down hell on them. Blacklist will have built enough items to survive that and fight back. Omega don't have the damage just yet.
And it's easier said than done. I mean, yeah, they have been catching Owl twice now in this 9-minute game, but really, there's more to that.
Oh, Ryzen gonna get locked down here. There's nowhere to go. Owl takes the kill. The rest of Omega on the run here. Renzio looking for an angle with the penalty zone, but look at the damage. It's just too much. They got to give up this first Lord, and Kelra on the run for the hills as well.
So you can only imagine the kind of pressure that Kelra is under. Oh, Lord.
That's the pressure right there. Kelra looking to get a kill. Renzio was aiming for the queen. Gonna miss though. Edward flies out of there. Man, that's tough for Omega.
We rarely see Oh My Venus play the Matilda these days. But a good old classics, running it back. Wise tried to steal the purple buff away from Ryzen, but Ryzen gets it as we look at the instant replay. Edward there getting away just in time, right at the edge of the guiding wind when Oh My Venus landed with the first activation.
This way, Abunjing, this way.
Smooth.
You're not dying today, not here, not in this team fight. About 7K ahead, Blacks International threatening a push. If Blacklist gets their way, there's going to be at least one inhibitor that falls.
Yeah, they're going to have still, again, work cut out from here. We're only 11 minutes into the game. Omega on the defense. They're relying on that clear from Stone and Kelra as Lord makes its way bottom side. They could press the situation here. You got to keep an eye also on Edward, but looks like they take the discipline route. Let's just back off for now.
All right, you got to wonder. Omega, they have a lot of resources to work on, but they have to be more careful with it. Miko uses the Cult Altar an average of what? Maybe 2-3 seconds off of its cooldown every single time. Yeah. That's how much damage Blacklist is presenting. That's how big this 7K gold lead is.
And why now it looks so... Look at Oh My Venus just right in front of Miko there. It's getting close to a... If you're going to put a number onto it, like a 10% chance Omega will find a way to come back. But Ryzen and the rest of Omega chasing.
Ryzen wants to press the situation, but was it the right call? Edward can jump in. Does he have the final slash? He's holding on to it for now. There's the hold. Oh, there comes out. Double real world mutilation going to fall. Renzio is out of here. Owl still going to miss that, but it's a monster kill for UA. Member will fall for Omega. Kelra trying to get back. He can't. Wise finds him, and he falls. It's only 2 members left of the Barangay.
Way too big of a gambit for Omega to attempt such an engagement at an 8K gold deficit.
Too eager, too hungry, but now it looks like the reigning and defending champions will end them here.
Oh, Stone's in trouble. He's got a little bit of the shield there to help him out. The inhibitor turn to the mid lane. He's going to fall. A huge penalty zone, but no follow-up.
The minions.
Blacklist International is looking to end the series in a sweep, but they don't have minions just yet.
Close
so we go back to it.
Close call. The Barangay holding on. But is it too late? Is a 10K gold lead too big to claw themselves out of this?
It's looking like that might be the case. 2 turrets left. Omega cannot contest this. Stone just picked up a glowing wand. Renjo, we said it earlier, he could have the hard time here, and he is 0-5-0 on this Terizla. Ryzen struggling as well, 1-6-0. And even with a massive blazing duet in the last fight, again, it was Yue with fantastic positioning, going off to the side, close to where the members of Omega were, just to bring down a massive real-world manipulation. It could be an MVP performance in the making here for the rookie mid laner here of Blacklist International, as Omega, as you said it, Leo, backs against the wall.
Is it too much of a stretch to say that Blacks International in this 14-minute game have been using Owl as bait? He's the only 2 deaths.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. All those zeros for Blacklist International from everyone except Owl.
It's clean. At the cost of Owl, I take that trade any day.
It's worth it. I mean, they've kind of been doing that here through the series. Now, once again, on the defense here.
Nice.
Ryzen going to get pushed out away from his team. Colt Alter is used, still going to be working for it. Yue once again finding a kill. Penalty zone
Renzo.
comes through. Kelra takes too much damage. Edward finds the kill. Renzo, couple hits away. Still going to be looking for it as he will fall. Yue is massive. And in a sweep, Blacklist will take it.
The defending champions still stand tall. Moving on to the next round.
In the first match, Blacklist gets the last laugh. Their rivals fall